How big a miss will Gary be to you personally?
He'll be a miss to me because he makes me laugh, and he's got a good sense of humour. He's somebody that you can take the mickey out of, and vice versa, as well as having a good knowledge of football and being a good coach. So he will be a miss. But you can't stand in people's way if an opportunity comes up which is better for him, better personally, in the fact that he's got a young family and it's nearer to where he lives, and also he's taken a step up into a higher division. So it is a good opportunity for him, and it'd be wrong of me to be trying to persuade him to stay when it's an opportunity which I feel he has to take.
How tough a call was it for him? Did he speak to you about it?
Yeah, we spoke last week. I always thought it might be on the cards because obviously once Terry got the job at Blackpool, I knew he was good friends with Gary and they lived close together, so I knew that might be something that would come up. But like I say, we're close and we get on well, so it's not just an easy decision for him, but I knew that it would always be a possibility, and like I say, it would be wrong of me to be standing in his way when, like I say, it ticks a lot of boxes for him.
You've made a point a few times over the last 7 or 8 months of talking about trust and having people in your management team who you know and who you can trust. Why is that such an important factor for you?
Because football's full of people who backstab and try and get your job, and that's in a nutshell. If you don't have people you trust, then if I don't have trust in my own with my own staff, then it's very poor, because I'm very loyal to my staff in terms of people who I've worked with. I never get rid of staff who I trust, and I expect that loyalty. But I've always said, if an opportunity comes up for somebody that's a better opportunity, then it'd be wrong for me to stand in their way. But like I say, I'm very loath to bring in somebody who I don't know, and it takes time, I think, to win people's trust. But certainly, it's an important part of any club to have the right staff, not just for myself, but they've got to interact with the players as well, and we won't be jumping straight in to get a replacement.
You're not going to jump straight in because you're going to recruit from within with Danny Pugh, certainly for the short term. What's made him such a standout candidate?
I think you've got to look at, we've tried to include Danny a little bit this season in doing various things, but now the opportunities sort of arose where he can get more involved. So he worked with the reserves last week and he'll actually be playing in the game tomorrow, but I want him to be more involved with the first team, and he's experienced, he's been a very good professional, he's played at a high level, and I think he's got respect to the players as well. So certainly you need that in the dressing room. I think respect is a massive thing. So he starts with an advantage that the players know him, and we'll use him for our benefit, but it'll also benefit Danny and give him help, because he wants to have a career in coaching, and he's taking his badges, so this will be a good start for him.
Looking elsewhere then, what's the problem with Christian Montano going for a scan? How worried are you about that?
I'm not too worried, because I think it's a medial ligament injury, and we've all had them as players, so I know exactly what injury it is, and they can sort of be very niggly in the fact that if you catch the ball wrong, it opens up the joint and it can be a bit painful. So I'm well aware of what it is, that they do need time to settle down. But like any injury, players need to feel comfortable before they're willing to play. And like I say, as times change, it's maybe the mentalities change as well. And in the past it was people played with injuries, whereas now it's mentally a player has to be right before he goes onto the pitch. So I think we're looking at, I need to change my own sort of views on how long certain injuries can take, because I think everybody's different, and a modern day footballer needs probably a little bit more time, I think, to get over the injuries than in the past.
And when we talk about leaders in football, just finally, what do games like Crewe versus Port Vale tell you as a manager about characters of players?
Well, I think it would be wrong to, if somebody has a bad game on a derby, that suddenly you're going to judge them on that. I think everybody's different. I mean, it depends what type of player you are as well. Some frenetic, fast games suit, some players that don't suit others, not because they're not brave, but just because they find it difficult to get in the game. So I think I wouldn't want to judge too much on one performance, but I think the players should look forward to it, because I think if you want to play football, you want to play at the highest level you can. You want to play in games where there's a crowd and where there's a good atmosphere. And in the division we're in, this is a game where you get that. You get a ground which is packed. You get a good atmosphere. And I think if you're a player, these should be the games that you want to play.